What is up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to get more paid in fulls for your online coaching program and how you should structure the prices of your programs. So a lot of you guys are charging anywhere from like $2,000 to $10,000, even upwards of like 25 to some clients charging 50,000. If you want people who pay in full, I'm going to show you two things that you can implement after leaving this video to increase your close rate and collect more cash on the call. So the first part, and we'll kind of use this side of the whiteboard, is the marketing side, right? So it's hard to collect paid in fulls if you're marketing to people that don't have money. So I'm going to show you how to market to people with money, and then on the sales side, I'm going to show you how to practically collect more cash on your calls. So a lot of people make the mistake of doing sales calls and not doing enrollment calls, okay? So I'm gonna give you two practicals just that you can implement right after watching this video on the marketing side. So in your funnels, obviously some of you have multiple funnels, but let's just say you have one big funnel for your business. And really the three things that I'm talking about in this funnel is like the top, okay, and the middle of your funnel, right? This is how you can market to people that have money and make sure that you get more paid in fulls, more cash on the call. Which is the top is you want to market to people in your ads or your message, whatever, that have money. For instance, whenever I'm running ads to my Instagram, in the ads I'll say, are you an online coach that's making X amount of dollars? Right? That's so I talk to people with money. For instance, one of our fitness coaches, he was stuck at like 5K a month. His name's Tyler, and went to 15K a month by simply adding this in. He said, hey, are you a career-driven man? You are a Christian and you've got a family and you want to balance your health while you're busy working a job. Okay, before he was getting people that didn't have money, but whenever we added career-driven man, the people watching this ad and getting into the top of his funnel all had money, right? So practically, you want to make sure you're marketing to people who have enough money to pay in full, right? Second is the middle of funnel. In your middle of funnel, right, really what we teach for the middle of funnel is long form content, right? Or just being consistent in your short form. But at some point, there has to be long form content. And this is where you do more belief shifting content, right? For instance, I just try my best to make it clear, if I were you, why it's good to invest in yourself. So for instance, you have to ask yourself, what is stopping you from getting paid in fulls? People who don't have money, right? So we tried to solve that in the top. You'll definitely keep that going here. People believe that they shouldn't invest at a high level. You should make a video sharing your story about how you've invested at a high level, or why it's a good thing to invest in coaching programs, and how it's not really a expense, but it's an investment, right? So a belief shifting about, investing at a high level. Like you could literally make a video about how spending $10,000 in coaching changed my life. I've literally spent at least $50,000 on coaching, right? So whenever I share that and I tell people how it changed my life and why it's a good thing to do it, typically people will watch those videos and will begin to shape their mindset. So think of your content like a piece of marble, and your ideal prospect is in the middle, okay? And each piece of content that you make is chiseling away at the rock until you have the perfect client that pays in full. Because the best clients are people who pay in full, right? Because that's how much it costs. They're willing to pay in full, right? So you just make content chiseling away at those beliefs until they believe that it's the right thing to do. Okay, now obviously, let's say you have a coaching program, and let's say it's 10K, right? If paid in full. Okay, I'll kind of move to the sales side now. Let's say it's 10K if paid in full, right? Or if you can't pay in full, it's 12K on payment plans, right? So that looked like 6K times 2, 4K times 3, 3K, whatever, times 4, right? So they agreed to a 12K payment plan. And here's some practical ways, you can get people on the 10K pay in full. I personally don't mind if people pay me on payment plans, but I do, prefer a pay in full, and I'm sure you would too, right? So on the marketing side, just to recap, you wanna make sure your top of funnel is speaking to people that have money, and that your middle of funnel is shifting their beliefs over time and making content around the fact that, ads are a good thing. For example, for me, like, why would you not invest in ads? Like, investing in your help and help is a good thing. Why would you not invest in my program, right? All of these different belief shifting things. For you, it could be why, shifting off this diet is a good thing. Or maybe you're a relationship coach. Why investing in your marriage for help would change everything for you and make you more money if y'all weren't arguing all the time, right? So belief shifting content in the middle of funnel, typically podcast or YouTube channel, right? And that's super important to have dialed in. So if you're noticing most of your people aren't paying in full, go make a video telling your story of how you invested at a high level, okay? Back to the sell side. So if you're selling something like this, a couple key things. You wanna have a pay in full price, okay? And then you wanna have a payment plan option, all right? And here's how you basically host the sales calls. Just to recap, most of you know how we do it, but hey, here's where you're at. Tell me about that. Okay, cool. Where do you want to get to, right? What's the destination? What's holding you back from doing it, right? This, and this. After they tell you that, you tell them your process, correlate it to each of your pillars, right? And overcome each of their, troubles by the process you teach, and then show them why working with you will get them to the outcome, okay? Once they're bought into the outcome and they're bought into you because you've made long form content sharing your story, who you are as a person, really the only thing we have to talk about now is the money. A lot of times what happens is people think that they're not gonna close. Where I teach for you, just assume that they are, right? So they not only took the time to follow you, go through all your content, but they took the time to book a call. They took time out of their day to show up to that call. And now they're taking time to do the call. They want help. They have the pain point. Just assume that they're here to pay in full because they've watched your marketing, right? So whenever you assume that they're going to pay in full, basically you move forward, you diagnose where they're at. This is what I think we need to do, bro. What's your thoughts? Does that resonate? Yes, it's perfect. Sweet. So next steps is really just for me to kind of walk you through the process, get you onboarded and chat through the investment. That cool? And you just literally walk through the investment. Sweet. So the price of the program is 10K. How would you like to do that? Right? And there's two things that happen. A, they pay in full because you did a good job over here. That will happen a lot. Or B, they give a financial objection. Okay? They'll ask you, dude, man, I don't know if I could do that. Do you have any payment plans? Okay, so you can say things, like this if it's true. You want to always stay in authenticity. But something, one of my friends, taught me 5 years ago was once you start collecting more pay in fulls, you want to make sure that this statement is true. But, just say things along the lines of like, dude, most clients just pay in full, right? If that's a true statement. And if it is, typically it hits their ego enough for them to like actually pay in full. Another thing you can do is what I call tools on closing. So tools are, the program includes a course, community, group coaching, whatever. But if you pay in full, so like let's say it's 10K, they give you an objection. I like to find this information out. Just to recap, it's 10K, they hit you with like, dude, man, like, do you have any payment plans? Ask them this, do you need a payment plan? Right? Do you have the money? Help me understand. And then if they have the money, but they just don't want to pay in full, you can use one of your tools to incentivize them to go ahead and move forward. Or, if they're like, bro, I've only got 7K, but I could do, something along those lines on a payment plan. Be like, cool, bro, we can do, 6K today, the other 6K in 30 days. Does that work? You could get the close. Or if they do have the money, right? So there's two options. They either have the money or they don't. or they could get access to it. A lot of people like doing the credit route. I prefer doing this, but okay, it's 10K. You know, they give you the objection. You find out, like, dude, do you need a payment plan? It's like, no, I have the money, but I just prefer to split it up. Sweet. Well, dude, let's do this. I know this is kind of what it includes, but if you go ahead and move forward right now, I'll onboard you one-to-one. That cool? Right? And then you just throw in a tool and they'll typically, you know, take action on it. I don't do this often, but like some people, let's say they've been burned bad in a previous coaching program. Like, dude, I could throw in, you know, an action-based guarantee, right? Some of you fitness coaches, you're like, dude, let's do this. Let's say if you implement everything I teach and you don't get the result you came to look for, I'll just give you a full refund. But this only applies to people who pay in full, right? So this is like the Alex Hormozi style guarantee. I try not to market guarantees, but actually use guarantees on the call to help as a tool of pushing someone over the edge, right? And two, transparently, most people in the industry don't even honor their guarantees. So yeah, so really what it comes down to is this, not being so hung up on the money, right? Like, guys, like, do you need a payment plan? A lot of times what happens is people don't address the white elephant in the room, and instead they're just like, yeah, dude, what kind of payment plan do you need? So immediately you missed out on getting a pay in full, and then you probably end up selling your lowest payment plan, where the reason these suck is because yes, they sign a contract, but a lot of people don't honor their word. And then typically I've found that the best clients we have are clients that pay in full, right? So with this part of the sales cycle said, I don't really even host sales calls. I genuinely, especially like from YouTube, have enrollment calls. So these are people who are like genuinely interested in enrolling in the program, and they're just coming to see like, hey, what do I get? How does the process work? And do I resonate with the outcome you think you can help me get to? If so, this is how much it costs, right? But the main thing, in order to get there, you've got to master the top of funnel, attracting people that have money, and B, the middle of funnel that chisels away at your client's beliefs over time so they become the person that believes in paying 10K in full. For instance, I had a guy watch my YouTube channel. He got to $20,000 a month, right? And watched enough of my content to know my teaching and was like, dude, how much does it cost? Here's my card. Okay, so that's the goal of the marketing side and the enrollment call side, and a couple little tricks you can do to, you know, help people just like commit fully into the program. It's for their own benefit too. Like what I've found after helping all the people I've helped, people who just rip the Band-Aid off, pay the full price, A, they get a discount, and they typically do the work and get results faster. So yeah, guys, this is how you can get more paid in fulls by optimizing your marketing process, really the middle of funnel, and your sales process. So if this helped, leave a comment, like down below. Or if you're like, hey, Brandon, my middle of funnel sucks. I've kind of got the follower ads going. I've seen some of your other stuff, but I have no idea how to belief shift, how to get people to pay in full, how to charge more. And you're just like, hey, I want to chat about maybe getting your help with it. If that's you, go ahead, click the link down below this video. Go ahead, book in a call with us. Again, on that call, we're going to chat about where you're at, where you want to get to, identify all the things holding you back, and then try to see if we can genuinely help by implementing our processes. And if we can, we'll just make you an offer to enroll in the program. If not, send you on your way with a ton of info. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, click the link, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon.